Hi travelers, and welcome back to our channel, The Travel Boss. Planning to visit Valencia and looking for some tips? Keep watching. Many of the things that bring tourists to Spain are all in one place in Valencia. The old part of the city is alive and full of little streets and beautiful medieval buildings. Valencia is also right next to the ocean, so you can relax on wide sand beaches and eat delicious sea-inspired food. Today we'll discuss the top 10 things to do in Valencia. But before we start our countdown, please subscribe to our channel, The Travel Boss, and leave a like if you want to go to this beautiful city. Number 10. Malvarosa Beach. You could be on a Mediterranean beach just a few minutes from the old town. Malvarosa is a wide strip of golden sand that runs along the seafront of the city for a kilometer. The beach got the blue flag because it has things like lifeguard towers, a medical station, drinking fountains, and showers, as well as ramps and footpaths that are easy to use. Number 9. Central Market. The Central Market building, which is huge and looks like a palace, is another important landmark right next to the Silk Exchange. Even if you're just here to look around, you'll love how the building is made of metal and glass in an Art Nouveau style. Even though it was built in the early 20th century, it fits right in with the old buildings in this part of the old city. And if you go to the market to buy food, you'll be in foodie heaven. At the market, there are 400 small shops, and 959 of them sell farm and sea-fresh food at the best prices in the city. Number 8. Jardin del Turia. This amazing park gives you a chance to get some fresh air and relax in the middle of the city. In 1957, when the river Turia broke through its banks and caused a lot of damage to the city, it came into being. The river was redirected, and in the 1980s, 9 kilometers of green space were made out of the river in the city. The river is still crossed by 18 bridges, the oldest of which dates back to the Middle Ages. These bridges are now just another part of the park's strange scenery. Number 7. Barrio del Carmen. The newest and most bohemian part of the city is on the northeast side of the old town. El Carmen was built in the Middle Ages. It was outside the Moorish walls, which were built in the 11th century, but inside the Christian walls, which were built in the 14th century. What's great about this place is that the palaces next to these cool, shady alleys have been turned into trendy shops, bars, restaurants, and nightclubs. Number 6. Casco Histórico. Like most old parts of Spanish cities, the center of Valencia is a great place to walk around. In this part of the city, all of the must-see places are within a few minutes of each other. Between each landmark is a confusing network of small streets with cafes, restaurants, and shops that sell local goods or handmade items. Number 5. El Miguelete. The octagonal bell tower of the cathedral is on many postcards that people send home from the city. It is a Gothic building in the Valencian style that was started in 1381 and finished just under 50 years later. It used to be completely separate from the cathedral, but in the late 1400s, the cathedral got bigger and added onto it. If you're in a good mood, you can climb the 207 steps up a slightly dangerous staircase to the top, where you can see great views of the city from 50 meters up. Number 4. Valencia Cathedral. The city's solemn Gothic cathedral was built in the 13th and 14th centuries. Over the next few hundred years, it was changed in the Renaissance, Baroque, and neoclassical styles. Inside, you can see Renaissance paintings from the 15th century by artists like the Valencian Jacquemart and several from Rome that Pope Alexander VI commissioned. But the Chapel of the Holy Chalice is the most interesting and maybe even controversial part. Number 3. La Lonja de la Seda. This beautiful building from the late 15th century is a UNESCO site and is thought to be the best example of Valencian Gothic architecture. La Lonja de la Seda is the best reminder of Valencia's golden age, when it was one of the most important trade and cultural centers in Europe. The name means Silk Exchange, and it was a place where merchants from all over the Mediterranean met to do business. Inside, you can look up at the vaulted ceilings and be amazed by how much detail they have. You can also look at the main hall's delicately twisted columns. Its crenellated shape is right in front of the city's main market, giving it a tough look. Number 2. Oceanographic. This modern oceanarium that opened in 2003 is the main attraction at the City of Arts and Sciences. You won't find another attraction in Europe that is as big as this one. It has 45,000 animals from 500 different species. The aquarium is divided into 10 zones, each of which creates a different environment. Real seawater is pumped in from Valencia's shoreline. So at the Arctic tank, you can watch beluga whales swim in a large and well-thought-out tank. Number 1. City of the Arts and Sciences. It can be hard to understand what the City of the Arts and Sciences is all about. The attraction is a stunning group of very modern buildings that have an ethereal look because they are surrounded by reflecting pools. The whole thing started around the middle of the 1990s and was finished in 2005. Inside these huge buildings are cultural venues and first-class family attractions like the Hemispheric, a planetarium, and IMAX cinema, and the breathtaking Lumbracle, a botanical collection of plants that are native to Valencia. These are our top 10 best things to do in Valencia. Do you have some other recommendations? Share your views in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Travel Boss. Thanks for watching.